Hello and welcome back. This is Just the Tip, a little midweek episode of the TSM podcast. My name is Aidan O'Sullivan and I am joined by none other than the fantastic Mr. Ashley Green.
Good day.
I love that he's still doing the hand signs, everybody. He's still doing the waves and everything, even though he knows this is a podcast and we're not recording video. Fantastic. So today we're talking about preparing for gigs. And this is something that, we're all doing. If we're all doing any form of gig or any form of performance anywhere, we need to get prepared for it. Otherwise, we're not doing anything really. We're just winging it. And that is loose in between. But we want to give a little idea, plant a little seed in your imagination on how to actually prepare for gigs. And what we're essentially saying from the get-go is that if you're not already preparing for your gigs, maybe even a week in advance, there's a problem. There's a room for error. And if you're not doing this, well, Ashley, this just happened to you, literally just the other day. What happened? Tell us the story.
Exactly, that is where the idea for this episode came from. Some practical advice that happened in my life. Obviously, I've been out of the game for a while because I've been doing virtual shows, virtual entertainment, smashing it out with corporate. Had a live gig come in the other day. I know, bizarre, in person, and it's completely different. There's no cameras, there's none of that. I'm bringing my live in-person props. I'm wearing different types of clothing, no more slippers, actual shoes. Everything was different. There was different material, different props, electronics with batteries and Sharpies and all of this sort of stuff. I'll be honest, Aidan, even now saying it, I get confused, and I was so flustered. I book out usually 3 hours to prep for a gig. It took so much more longer than that because the reason was I was flustered. I didn't really know what was happening, had no idea which way was south or north or left or right. I started thinking, wait, what do I need? What effects am I doing? What props do I need to bring? Do I need to bring a table? Do I need to bring a chair? Do I need to bring cloths? Oh my gosh, the clothing. And I got so confused. On top of that, Aidan, I went to leave for the gig. I noticed pens had run out in the space, unfortunately, due to COVID, and also batteries have run out in props. But it's not a COVID error. It's not, I haven't been doing close-up for a while in person. It does fall down to that problem of I didn't prep for it in time, because if I prepped for it a week in advance, I would have known to buy new pens. I would have known to buy new batteries. I would have known exactly what I needed to do that bleeding show so that I'm not flustered around and then driving like a madman to get to a gig in time.
It's such an important thing to bear in mind. Like these things can just happen naturally. Like it doesn't just take a ton of pandemic-related issues to cause your Primistic batteries to die. That's just natural, a natural thing. Like we wear Oura rings, slightly out of context, but we wear Oura rings, and there are days that we forget to put them on charge, and as a result, the rings just don't track our sleep, and the following day when we try to check into it, it's like, oh, the battery's dead. We forgot to check that. It's a simple little mistake that we do in that context, but it happens all the time in magic, and especially if people use these gimmicks and use these approaches. I know that before I've been stung by grabbing what I thought was an impression pad, and it wasn't. It was just the switched version, like the completely clean, regular, normal notepad, and I'm sitting here thinking, God damn, I've prepared this routine based on this specific thing, and now this one thing, in this case the wrong prop, has just caused that complete demise. And it's such a bizarre thing to think that in just the space of 1 week, we can eliminate all of these problems, literally 100% of these problems. So Ashley, when we say a week, what could people be doing, say 7 days before a gig, before a performance?
Oh, putting a system in place so that you don't make these mistakes. We've mentioned systems a lot on the podcast and elsewhere. Having that in place, it makes it so much easier. We get nervous on the day of the gig, and when we're nervous, it's just added nerves with flustering. Heck, I'm saying that because that was literally me yesterday. What I would suggest is this. If you've got a CRM system or not, follow this. You've got the details in for the gig in your CRM system or your diary. You're going to write down in there what you're doing. Are you doing your close-up? You're doing your show? What are you wearing as well? That's an important one, an important decision, because otherwise, I know people right now are thinking, oh, come on, Ashley, you don't need to tell me what I'm wearing. I was yesterday faffing around thinking, oh, this shirt isn't ironed. Oh my God, I better wear this shirt instead. And it was more faff time, more nervousness. So prepping down to what you're going to wear is going to be really important into this. what you're actually going to be performing in your close-up and show, going through the specific types of effects, the specific tricks and that, and also what props are required to make those tricks happen. And then within those props, what sneaky things do you need, such as batteries, and actually checking things like pens, making a specific checklist of absolutely every single thing that you need to bring to the event, do beforehand, i.e. make props like I was doing yesterday. Oh my gosh, my window envelope's broken, I need to make a new one. Not what you need just before a gig. So making all of this and planning that out, if you can write everything down and be super crystal clear, and then have the checklist on top of that, what do you need to check? Means that literally when you put your bags of props together, you have a checklist of everything you need, because our brains are horrible microchips that can't remember anything. And if you've got a busy diary or not, your brains are juggling loads of stuff. There's no way you can remember that show from the other show, from what you're doing down the mates with your pubs. By having that there, you can literally just pull it up and think, right, it's a week before. Let's get ready. Do I have everything? Is everything working? Brilliant. Check. Done. Then you can put it all into your prop bag. There's that, there's that, there's that. There's my clothes ready. Now the event can come round and you can quickly look into your bag, into your case and think, yep, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. I know all of this is working because I've literally checked it, because I've remembered to charge it, I've remembered to do all of this, and my clothes are laid out. I am no more nervous for the event. I'm not flustering around, and therefore you've saved yourself time and energy in the process, so you can prioritise it on doing more important things.
That's incredibly important. I think one step to go even more than that, if you don't know what you're actually going to be performing at a specific event, maybe you're somebody who likes to go through material churn and you're always trying new things at different events week by week. If that's still your cup of tea, then maybe you aren't able to put something in your CRM system yet, or you can't put a note to say, this is exactly what I'm going to be performing. However, providing you put something and set yourself that reminder, that system in place to actually check this thing, even if your material has changed. Say you want to perform, I don't know, ambitious card followed by sponge ball mentalism. If that's your cup of tea, write into us and let us know. But if you want to perform an ambitious card routine followed by sponge ball mentalism, and what you need for those routines is 2 decks of cards, 1 red and 1 blue, followed by 4 medium-sized red sponge balls, be really clear on that. Put that in your CRM. When it comes down to a week before the gig, if you don't want to perform the ambitious card and the sponge balls now, you've still got that mental reminder to, hey, I need to plan out what the heck I'm going to perform and stick to that and prepare for that. It gives you that flexibility to almost set yourself the reminder. And that's probably something that I would even say on top of that is probably more important than just logging it in your CRM system, is to schedule a meeting in your diary, I don't know what I'm talking about there, in your calendar or your diary. Block out that period of time to actually check that process of what do you need, is everything ready. Actually block that out ahead of time, a week in advance, so that you show up there, it's in the diary, you've got no messing around, it's a non-negotiable for you. You just have to get that done. What I would probably even do is I would probably even go so far as to say do it the day before as well. The actual day, not the evening, because then you're going to be rushing around overnight. You don't want to do that. You want to get a good night's sleep. But instead, block out another period of time the day before the show to just check back in. Has anything broken, vanished, or gone missing, or in any weird freak accident before I'm supposed to be using it tomorrow? No? Okay, fine. That's great. It's all in that one place. So that the day of, again, as you said there, Ashley, you can just get up, go, no rushing, no stressing, because that's really going to damage your performance on so many levels. Actually being completely free and flexible to go and do all of that stuff, it's going to be so much easier, and it's not going to take as long to actually get prepared. It's not going to take as long to do that second check the day before, because if it's all in one place, it's all in one place. You don't have to collect the props. You don't have to get all of your set list together, your script, or your whatever it is for you. It's just so much easier to set those reminders ahead of time and stick with it.
Exactly that. Preparation and planning is key, and I hope this really saves you from awkward, problematic situations. But the main key element from here today is get planned. Write down everything that you actually need. Check in with it a week before, and then the day before, just make sure, okay, nothing's moved, nothing's broken, so that the day of the gig, you can just pick up and go. No more last minute thinking and planning and rushing around. Get prepared, and then you'll really be hassle-free because you've saved so much time. You've planned out everything, you're now efficient. So hopefully this helps you, and if you've got any more advice, I would encourage you to write into us, let us know, drop us an email, reach out on social media, and let us know, what do you do to prep for your gigs so that you don't make these mistakes.
And for anybody that is sat lurking in the TSM network, loving everything that we've got going on there, that's our social learning network, come and let us know. What do you do to prepare for those gigs? You'll see a post or a question the day this episode comes out live. Come and share your thoughts in the comments and help other people use this stuff and get prepared, because it's such a time saver. And if you want to come and join that conversation, head over to thesuccessfulmentalist.com/community. You'll be able to sign up and get all of the login details to come and join us in that network. But until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.